Hello, everybody. It's Tom coming you live. I'm sorry I'm away, but this old man took a little cat nap. I'm watching RD on the Scene on my big smart TV and all that, and watching the chat on my laptop. I'm going to turn my light on. I'm going to have to get me a better light in here. That's all it is to it. So hi, Texas Angel.
What? I just spent the night in jail.
When?
I said I just spent the night in jail.
So what's she going with the children? She's going with the officer. Sure enough, huh? She's going with the officers, guys. Maybe she doesn't want to go home. Maybe she wants to talk to officers or by herself. Who knows? You know, pray for this little girl, guys. We don't know what's going on in her mind. But we hope she gets the help that she needs. But she sure doesn't want to go to, well, where'd she go to?
Well, depending on what she told them.
Terrible case, guys. And she was wearing a dark jacket.
Great.
It was gray. You know, you see gray, you think light gray, not dark gray. So,
Let you all know how I came out at my sugar doctor this morning.
but if she doesn't want to go to her parents,
Well,
take her to.
I've passed with flying colors. Anybody who has diabetes, when it's 5.2, the last time I went to the doctor, it was 5.5. Instead of, let's see, 2,000 milligrams a day now, she cut me down to 1,000 a day. I got enough metformin in my closet. Pick up my Ozempic. And when the nurse weighed me, I weigh 185.2. So I lost some more weight. So, you know, I know there's a whole lot of people that got diabetes out there. You know about the A1C. And I don't know if you got a regular doctor or the doctor who specializes in just diabetes. Knock on wood that my doctor, that's what she does. She specializes in diabetes. All her patients is diabetes people. And I use the freestyle monitor thing on my arm. The nurse asked me, said, "You got your monitor?" I said, "No, I use my cell phone. I take my cell phone with me every place I go." The monitor, you know, you can only use it when you're at home unless you carry it with you. It's one thing I don't like about the Freestyle 2. You can't use your monitor and your phone. You can use one or the other. So, let you know about that. So, RD on the Scene somewhere with, I guess some young lady wants to do herself in, or she ran away from home and all that. I'm not going to show that. So, but I did do a live video outside today. All this, so I'm glad they found her too. But heck, if I ran away when I was that age, my dad wouldn't care. I wouldn't think he would. But I tried to, on my screen when I was doing my live stream, to, when I was outside and I was doing it from the front, try to, bring it closer. Man, I just done it on this phone. Lordy, that is stupid of me. But I guess it was too cold outside to do anything, to do that. Maybe my hands was too cold. If you have gloves on, you try to touch your screen, forget it. You can't. I want to thank all you members. I didn't check before I went live. But that's okay. Like I told you, I'm a rookie. And you see, I don't have my teeth. I got false teeth, I don't know how many years ago. I had to put some of that pinky stuff on it to hold it in. But I don't know if they knew what they was doing or what. But my mom, she was way over 80. She had no problem. And my blanky blank S.O. you-know-what brother, he didn't have to use the glue. So I don't know if they made him wrong, because I know when you have your teeth pulled, you got to wait so long, this and that. I wait longer than 6 months, make sure the swelling went down. So I want to say hi to Roger, RD on the scene. If anybody's watching, which I don't see any, I don't see nobody in the comments. I don't know. I guess the only way you know if they come in, they be in the comments. I don't know. I'm a rookie. I guess Roger just went off. So I don't know. So I don't know what happened. So it's weird what's going on. They try watching me on the big screen TV. See what happened. Alexa, YouTube, please. Well, I'm still getting chat on Roger, but the video went off, so I don't know. I don't know what happened. Or I guess it was, I don't know.
From the home inspector report, when we started cleaning the kitchen, we opened up the cupboards and we were just cleaning, and I noticed that the vent for the
Alexa, Tom 4375 on YouTube Live.
Getting that from YouTube. These little things kept coming up, and it kept saying in the report, acceptable, acceptable, and now we're questioning. I read the report.
Alexa, Tom Cartwright 4375 on YouTube.
Getting that from YouTube. System, but that's what I'm trying to do here. So let's start in your kitchen. Why not, since we're here? So let's start in your kitchen. Why not, since we're here? So
See,
let's start in your kitchen. Why not, since
now I got my YouTube channel up on my big screen TV. It still said December 23rd, New Year's Eve. I thought I've changed it on my telephone, but I guess I haven't figured out how to do that yet. So I gotta figure out what I'm doing wrong here. Well, that's okay. But it's weird when nobody tell you how to change that part of it. I have to get up because I can't see what I'm doing on my TV. All my baby's in here is up close to my armpit. When I'm laying down, I don't mind it when I'm trying to go to sleep. But my kitty cats were real happy today. They got some dry cat food, some milk. But I had food and all that out there, and then they still follow me to the mailbox. It's worse than your kids in their terrible tubes. Well, I figured it out and changed it, but it's not New Year's Eve 2023, January the 3rd, 2024. So, people, got a question. How do you change it on your phone when you're using the mobile Prism app? So, I'll figure out somewhere how to do it. No GoPro. Save video. Mic on, camera on, viewing full screen. Flash off. I don't know. I'll figure it out somehow. I don't know how, but I will. I guess I had to change that before the end of the video. Media, WED. I don't know, but I figure it out. Probably had to do that before I go live. Or do I have to do it through my laptop? I don't know. I'm a rookie. So, I figured it out with everybody's help. Got me some fly traps. Like I say, I keep my window shut. I sweep my floor about every other day, and I mop it once a week. I bought me some Mr. Clean where I can mop my floors. I got to take some trash out, put it in the pile, and if it's not snowing or raining, I set it on fire. Come on, cats. So I guess since it's 9:50 Central Time, I guess RD on the scene, maybe on his way home to let his dog out to use the outhouse. I'm guessing that's what happened. I know California got a bunch of dead spots. So I want to say hello to Texas Angel. Did you get my email that I sent you? You know, I check my inbox. I check spam. There was nothing in it. But, you know, I clicked on your screen name on RD on the scene. It said, spam, report, block. I said, no, I said, I don't want to do that. She seemed to be a real nice young lady. I don't know how old you are or how young you are, but I'm trying to make you feel happy. That's how my dad raised me. He said if I didn't treat a lady like, you know, he would take me to the woodshed. I know everybody knows what a woodshed is. And my dad was a mason of Lodge 226, I believe, in Charlestown, Indiana. And my mom was a grand organist of Eastern Star, which that's the wives of the husband. Then you had, I think, Job daughters for the young girls, you know, in the family. But they didn't have nothing for us young boys. I don't know why, but I was raised in the family, you know, I was raised in the family of Eastern Star, the Masons, and like that, so. Well, there's no RD on the scene live, so he got off, and it's only 9:53 Eastern Standard Time here, so it makes it 6:53. I don't know, it's kind of blurry. I guess it's 6:53 in California time. I watched a truck driving video, but I don't remember what the name of it was. But when I talk about Mike Holmes, inspector, I think the video might be under Home Full, Full TV. When I talk about first-time home buyers and like that, but I think you can find it under Mike Holmes. But the YouTube channel says here in my live shots that Home, Full TV. So I want to thank you all for going to RD on the scene. I think Kern County Crime Watchers is Tuesdays and Fridays, I think. It's run by the family. His son-in-law, Aiden, and his daughter. Okay, Texas Angel, I got your email, so let's see now. How did I? It's funny trying to figure out how to do something, and I didn't click on it fast enough, Texas Angel. So, do I have Google on this laptop? Well, since Roger's not on doing his live stream, I'm going to say good night for now. If he comes back on, I'll come back on live. I can't get to an email on my laptop, but I use Firefox, which I think is part of Google. I don't know. Um, Man, it's bad, but I don't have a... You all quit knocking crap off, Margaret. I thought Socks was bad, but you're about as bad as he is, and you're number one female cat now. Since Patty died. So... But, you know, when you're a rookie at YouTube and Prison Live Studio, so, you know, it's you know, kind of weird trying to figure out things, you know. So, everybody, you hit that notification, hit the bell, hit it again, and select all notifications. And hit the thumbs up. As I told you, my A1C was 5.2. Well, I went maybe 3 or 6 months ago, it was 5.2. It has been high as 6. I weighed 240 when I started going to her, and she put me on Ozempic. I lost over 61 pounds in less than a year, which, I feel a whole lot better. So, that made me feel good.
Nine or 16. 10. You text me a picture of her 27th.
So, I'm reading the email from, I'm going to say she's a beautiful lady. I guess Texas Angel, I guess you're a Texan, I would say. Sometimes I sound a little funny, like I'm from the South. But I was born in Indiana. And I was adopted when I was a little tiny baby because my mom, she was raped when she was 12 years old by her stepdad. Grandma was full-blooded Cherokee Indian. How much Cherokee Indian I got in me, I don't know. I guess I have to do one of them DNA tests to find out how much Cherokee Indian I got in me. People say if you're a certain percentage of an Indian, I think maybe 10%, 15%, something like that, I could get another check since Cherokee's got some gambling joints. I don't know how that works, but take it one day at a time, just like I'm doing on here. So, I don't know if you're in California or Texas Angel or not. I'm trying to follow RD on the scene rules when everybody's chatting. Try to keep it PG, and all this. I know some I saw last night. I know Texas Angel is not a moderator on Kern County Crime Watchers because somebody asked where she at and who it was. Answer said she's not a moderator on this one. That's okay. Everybody's busy doing something out there. You only got so many hands in the fire, as they said. But so far, I'm all not booked up the rest of the month. My son, I don't know, there's nothing marked on my 2024 calendar, so I say I'm probably on the safe side until he checks his phone and puts all his doctor's appointment on there for 2024. So,
Fire 104 East Louisiana Clark Parkway. Caller advised their stove was on fire, but the fire has now been extinguished. There are still some flames, according to the caller. We have the mother still ready to come outside. Would advise multiple times a week.
it's bad when you don't know how to spell. Viewer description. No, that's not how to spell. I'm going to have to go RD on the scene, learn how to spell viewer description or something. I don't know, but when you don't know anything about computers, you do your best to figure out how to do it.
Response to this rush car, please.
I guess every time you do a live chat on your cell phone, you have to put in there, I guess. I don't know. I look it up the next time Roger's on there about the viewer description. Watch live now, Dad Gone Wild. That's, I think, in Bakersfield. I bet that's a good one. But it's okay. Everybody hit that bell. Hit it again. Go up to all notifications. hit the thumbs up, comment, which I'm not really part of YouTube until I get 50 subscribers. And I want to thank RD on the scene for Prism and another guy in Bakersfield. I think that's A1 Media, telling me what he used to do his live stream. I'm guessing he's a pretty good gentleman. Don't know what he looks like, but that's okay. So, First Responder Media Live, play scanner action. That's in Bakersfield. So I'm guessing that's what you have to do before you log in. You have to go and change it on there where you know what to look for. That's what I have to do. I have to, every time before I go live, I had to go up there and put the description in. Man, it's hard for an old man when you're trying to do live streaming and all this. So. But if you look at the new videos, it's probably say December, New Year's Eve. I'm sorry for that, you know. You know, when you're a rookie, you do your best. So, that's my fault. I got 12 subscribers. People, I need to have 50 before I can get really on YouTube. So, like I say, when you don't know what you're doing, you know, it's weird. The reason I put in the chat to donate, my name 4375, Post Office Box 1, Charlestown, Indiana, and 47111. The reason I know that, if I get anything at my post office box, I know it's a YouTuber. And, you know, you can even, like I say, to use that prism mirror, nobody explained that to me. Since A1 Media is using prism, but he's using it on your cell phone. RD on the scene using that, I guess, on his computer. I don't know what that prism mirror does, so it's kind of funny, you know. But it's okay. Like I say, all the live streamers started out didn't know anything. The other live streamers helped it, you know. That's how they get started. Everybody's helping everybody out. Like I say, I'm one of them people that types from, you know, with, I guess you poke. That's what my dad did. No matter if you took typing in school, he could type faster and you could by poking. He knew wherever key was on them. What kind of typewriters was it? I'm thinking Underwood typewriters, the old black ones. So, if that tells you anything. So, well, maybe I hit my button's up. How come I ain't getting any feedback from on my computer when I'm talking? People say about where you're located, you know, nobody wants to know where you live. I tell you, I live about 19 miles from Louisville, Kentucky, if you're traveling I-65 here in Indiana. So, that, if that tells you anything, I'm not too far from the Kentucky border. So, TW lives or lives. I think they're in Bakersfield. First responders, I think they're in Bakersfield. That guy got whiskers like TW lives. Looks a little bit like Roger with his whiskers. Road trip, LA gone wild. Viewer discretion advised. Well, I forgot to put advised in it. But it's okay. What do you do when you're a cotton picking rookie? When you're just learning stuff. So,
Jr. of Jeffersonville, 11/3/1988, showing a regular ID card. 0 point. Expiring in 2026, the ID.
But when you're learning how to do this and all that, as far as that's what they need to do, make a book for dummies. They need to make a book for YouTube for dummies. They need to make a book on Prison Live Studio where dummies can, I'm not saying everybody's dummies, but I want to thank all the people out there. So, see, tomorrow's Thursday. Yeah. Man, at New Year's Day and all that, it messes you up of what day it is. Especially when you get my age of 71, you forget things. You don't know how to do things. So, how to do things. So I'm not going to be live too long. All the kitty cats being fed. They got their special treats. I was eating a pizza. I put it down on my lap to take me some sugar-free Pepsi. Turn around and they took off with it. I had to chase them down, but I let them eat it because they done grabbed the hold of it. I got these kitty cats in here. They love pizza. Fried chicken, you got to watch out. Them cotton-picking kitty cats will attack you. Out in the front room where the tomcats are, I got Tim McGee. Yeah, Tim McGee from NCIS, But what I'm going to name them outside cats, I got one that's kind of like a tiger cat. He has all tiger colors down to his paws, like cousins or sisters or brothers. They got white paws. But Tiger, I call him Tiger because I could tell him different from the other cats. But when I went to the mailbox and came back, some of them stay up there by the wood pile my neighbor got. I said, come on, babies. They come a running. I get home, came in the house, got a couple cups of dry cat food. Those fast food places got the large cups. So I fed them, I said, come on, babies. But the worst babies out there is a baby. That's pretty girls' babies. Them cotton pickers things are meow. If I get up and go to either the outhouse or into the kitchen, you can hear them babies right there by the front door meowing. Man, as soon as I open that door, here comes a stampede. They worse than kids in their terrible twos. So now I know before I go live stream using my cell phone, I had to go into the pencil and type in and change it on each video I do. Like I say, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm learning, but the only problem is, can I remember how to do it the next time? So, that's something to think about. Man, it feels funny being an old person. You can see it. You can tell I'm old. Got the lumps there. But when you weighed about 240 and you lost over 61 pounds, like I said, I weighed today when I went to the doctor 185.2 when it says on the doctor's scales. When I graduated high school back in the 70s, I was 185, 38 around the waist. I got to get me some new britches, buy some 38s. I might could fit in 36. I'm not sure. But, that's something, I have to, look into later. People send me an email or get in the chat and tell me, what you want to talk about. Some YouTubers said don't talk about politics. Well, to let you know, I'm a Democrat. 9 chances out of 10, I vote Democrat in the primary. When it comes to the fall election, I vote for the best person who qualified. That's what I did for Mr. Trump. I vote Democrat in the primary, but in the fall, I vote for Trump. Because Indiana is kind of a Republican state, just like Kentucky. If it wasn't for President Trump, I probably wouldn't have this house. Because I use USDA and you get vouchers. I had the problem with USDA and my vouchers. I sent an email to the White House and told Mr. Trump the problems I was having. I guess maybe a couple of days to a week, President Trump sent me an email back, sorry for my problems. He sent it to the appropriate agency. Well, the agency was in Indianapolis, Indiana. And I heard back from that person maybe a couple of days by telephone. His boss is the president. I told him the problems I was having, what was going on, and I was on a time limit to get out of that house since the city or these other yahoos buying up those houses from the landlord. But the landlords did get the shaft to them in PG terms. Instead of paying them $50,000, $100,000 for the houses, they paid them $10,000. But the landlords turn around and sue the city. They sue the building inspector and all that, and won millions of dollars. Then the owners of the property up there, they got Institute for Justice. If you got any property rights problems and you can't afford a lawyer, you can contact the Institute for Justice. But the only one that got the shaft to them was the renters. But I think the statute of limitations ran out, but I think the renters could sue. I don't know if I sent Institute of Justice an email to that since I was a renter, or I maybe didn't have any rights. I don't know, but a whole lot of renters got the shaft put to them by the city of Charleston. The mayor we had at that time, Bob Hall, the crook, and all this. Please share this with your friends or tell them about this channel, Tom Cartwright, $43.75 if they're going to be first-time home buyers. Help me get more subscribers. Where I can get 50 subscribers, I think. For one I read, and I can get some, donations from YouTube and stuff like that. But this way, that's how come my name, 4375, Post Office Box 1, Charlestown, Indiana, 47111. That way I know if I get anything in my post office box, I know it's a YouTuber. Sometimes when I get junk mail, I just throw it in the garbage. Because they don't have a return address. 9 chances out of 10, it might be junk mail. But, they need to put the whole name instead of an address. I don't know why they do that. So, that's something, to think about. People I've talked to through the email said, what would you like to have? I said, well, I'd like to have a new laptop. They call it a gaming laptop. The graphics is better. That way I can do a better live stream because of the card. And I don't know what that Prism Mirror is. I guess you can add more to Prism Live Studio. I guess. I don't know. I can't use it on my HP I got. You can send that to my post office box. They got a bigger box they can put it in. I need accessories to where I can run live stream in my car, like some kind of mount that maybe stick it to my dashboard, put my cell phone in. I need a power cord, which I still can't find. I looked today for my iPhone SE. I got to get a cigarette lighter plug where I can plug it into my cigarette lighter plug. If I do that, I cannot do my dash cam. I need my dash cam. So if that tells you anything, I think they do make an adapter, but you can run 2 or 3 of them. I got to look at that. Probably have to go to a truck stop, but like I tell you, I'm on a fixed income. And I'm on a budget. Like today, I went out and paid all my bills. Bought my cat food. Bought a 12-pack of Pepsi Zero sugar. Zero Pepsi sugar, I guess is the right way. They're not a sponsor, but I'm going to sponsor them myself. So if you work for Pepsi, God bless you all. Because I got diabetes, with EBT, food stamps, you can only buy so much. And, I do drink water. I drink a glass of milk, but that milk makes me go to the outhouse, if you know what I mean. And I don't know how to do a live stream on TikTok. I'm on TikTok, but I might notify them on TikTok that you could come to YouTube, give them the name and the number. I might do that later on tonight. That way, I've done it on Twitter. I put it out on Twitter. I think on Twitter I go by Billy Jack 2682 006. So but I always forget to tell them that I'm going live streaming on YouTube if they want to come and all this. But like I say, I can't remember everything, so. But I will go to TikTok after I get off of here and go live on TikTok and put it out on TikTok. I do live streaming on YouTube. This is one I go by. So I know people streams to Facebook. I will not go to Facebook. Maybe I'm wrong for feeling this way. Maybe it's a bunch of Democrats. Facebook don't care about your First Amendment rights. I know they've been in front of Congress. They got chewed out. He said the guy that Facebook was there said, we won't do it anymore. They still put you in Facebook jail. Until they change Facebook, I will not be on Facebook. It'll be nice. I got a friend on Facebook, but I don't think he can live stream it under my name, so he's going to have to start his own YouTube channel. He has a cell phone. He has a laptop, but he makes a little bit more money on, and I do. He can afford to get a new laptop gaming computer, so, that tells you something. But, we've been friends for over 30 years and all of this, so I could have him do it, but that might get him in Facebook jail. So I don't care if you've been in jail or anything like that. It's not up to me to judge you. It's up to God to judge you. I might not like what you did or she did and all this, but it's not up to me to judge you or to hate you. God does not want you to hate people. He wants you to love them. Be nice to them. So, that's something to think of. What makes me mad, when I went to church, I believed in God when I was in church. When I walk out them doors, I still believe in God. I've seen people like my brother, Robert W. Cartwright, the crook and the S.O. you-know-what, the way he treated me and stole from me, stole the life insurance policy that Mom and Dad left me, didn't buy my half of the house, as it's stated in the will, but that's okay. But Clark County Courthouse is all thieves. They're crooks. When you have a will made out, you got to take it to the courthouse to have it probated to see if anybody have claims against you. That's how I got a copy of the will. My brother being an a-hole, which he lives in Lexington, Indiana, on Horner Road, got a blue and white double wide trailer, and I guess a big pole barn that you can park an 18-wheeler in. That's how high the door is, about 20 acres. I found out he put it in my name, but he took it out of my name and put it in his name. But he's hiding something. Why would you put your phone number in somebody else's name? How come you would put your electric bill and gas bill in somebody else's name? He's a Vietnam vet. I bet he had babies running around in Vietnam and figured they'd come hunting for him, and and wanted probably child support or what. So he's not that good. I know other soldiers in Vietnam raped those girls. To me, the DOJ or whatever it is, Army and all that, should arrest him for raping those girls in Vietnam. I know my brother done it, so his S.O. Blake should be in jail for raping those Vietnam girls. I guess you might classify that as war crimes. If anybody been in the United States Marine Corps, back in the 60s, they was building the Jonathan Jennings School there in Charlestown. You can look it up when they built it. He stole a rifle from the United States Marine Corps. It had a little thing screwed on there where you could fire them hand grenades, the smoke bombs, and all this. He did bring a few of those practice grenades home, too. So that's theft from the United States Marine Corps. I don't know if there's a statute of limitations on that or not. You don't steal from the United States government like my brother did. Or you don't steal from your grandma. You don't steal from your mom and dad. You don't steal from your brothers and sisters like he did. But I'm not going to do anything. Karma will come around and take care of him. But when my brother sold that house, 50% of that money belongs to me. He never did buy the house from Mom. But since he had the same name as my dad, my brother's middle name was a W. Dad's middle name started with S. So in a way, he didn't have to do anything, but I guess maybe that's a catch-22. So I want to thank you for watching, since I know what I have to do before I log in to put up, January 2024 viewer discretion. Now I know how to do that. I might have to put another thing. I see some other YouTube might put like B1 dash, on different videos. Like I say, I'm a rookie. I'm still learning. I want God thank you all who watch these videos a later time. I know me, I watch videos most of the night. Some I come up and I subscribe to them to help them out. And there's one video I went to made me maybe a temporary mod, which I don't know how that happened. But I want to thank him, but I can't remember. He's a truck driver. I think maybe he's out of South Carolina. But I want to thank him, but I can't remember his name. But if I knew what his name was, but I was put his video channel on here too. He seemed like a very nice gentleman. He polite on his YouTube channel, so he's polite just like RD on the scene. He's polite and religious. And Kern County Crime Watchers, that's a family like Roger, Adrian, and his daughter, and Roger's grandson, JoJo. That's the family. If Roger's not doing it, Adrian and his daughter's doing it. To let you know that. I do watch Tractor Time with Tim. He has, I think, Kubota. He has a John Deere 1025R. That Kubota is something like the 1025R, but and I think he got one with a cab on it. Then you got the Arms family. You can watch his video. And you got the Morgans, I know it's Morgan something. Then you got Tiny House Off the Grid. This guy lives off of the grid. He got solar panels, he got chickens. He built a tiny house on a trailer frame. I bet he got close to 100 wicks of wood. His fireplace that he has in his tiny house, since the federal government changed it, has to be EPA approved. So if you got an old wood stove, you might have to get things he can set on the stove. It gets hot, the fan kicks on. He's married to a nice lady, which don't know what she looks like, named Carol or Carolyn. I used to date a girl back in my younger days, named the same first name, but he raised chickens, he skinned his chickens, he canned them, he canned corn, he canned tomatoes, he cans all kinds of stuff. That's what my dad and mom and grandma do. They can, what we grew in the summertime. And that saved you on your grocery bill. And Dad, his partner at the insurance office, raised chickens, and we got fresh chicken eggs. My chickens, during the summer, I fed them watermelon, cantaloupe, grapes. I fed them all kinds of fruit, apples. That shows you what I got in my eggs. I gave them some chicken food just in the morning time, but for snacks, you got to watch them. You open that door to go in there, you got a slice of watermelon. Them chickens attack you. Even Harry, the rooster, I miss old Rooster. He was a good rooster. I could pick him up and hold him, but before I couldn't do. But he had 4 girlfriends he was busy taking care of. But them blankety blank raccoons, I killed 2 of them. My neighbor took a .380 and shot the SO gun in the head. It was a big raccoon in this part of Indiana. Them things is big. You might have to have a bigger cage to catch these raccoons. Because one raccoon get in there, it got a trap. As soon as they step on it to take the food, the cage closed up. It was so big, I wish I had a picture of it, but the camera on that side quit working, so that thing was huge. So I didn't catch him, but I caught another one just as big. He got in there. And when he got shot in the head, I couldn't pick that cage up. I had to get help, put it in the wheelbarrow, took it back there in the back 40s on the other guy's property, took him out there by the pond that's out there in the backyard, dumped him out. I said, man, it'd be a couple of days before the buzzards went out. I looked out, them buzzards were flying around eating the heck out of that raccoon and all that. But when the buzzards out there trying to get my kitty cat, that's when I, throw stuff at him, yell at him. I used to have a pellet pistol. I think it's made by Crossman or something that shot the 177 pellets. I try to go to Walmart and look for the pellet pistols, but you don't see them. Try to look online. I guess Amazon carries them. I haven't looked. If they do, I order me a pellet pistol, Crossman, where you pump it once, put your pellet in it, aim it, take the safety off, and shoot the SO crank, blank thing. I don't mind feeding the raccoon, but you leave my roosters alone. And I wish I was a little bit like Dr. Doolittle, you know. He can understand when the animals talk to him. But, you know, I wish I could, because I love them raccoons. When I was in the city where I used to live, the city raccoons were more friendly. They would come up to me. This one, I call him Rocky. That cop, he was big as he could be. I had my red Monte Carlo parked in the garage, left my trunk. He got in there, slept with the outside cats. He was protected of those cats. Then I had raccoons come over, and I put cat food out. It's funny to watch the raccoons, you know, eat their cat food. And I had a Cool Whip bowl. And I had milk in it. I go out the next day, the milk bowl would be gone. So I went into the garage, climbed up on the bench. They had it right there on the edge. So I got it, took it back out, put it on the back porch, fill it up with milk. They come over. One day I looked out. There was Mama with 2 or 3 baby raccoons. You know, that Mama raccoon, we was friendly before she had her babies. I could talk to her and she'd come up and let me pet her. But you know how mamas are, they protected of the babies. So I tapped on the window. Mama and the baby took off. And as soon as I went outside, I said, "Come on, babies." I shook that cup. Boy, them babies came running. You could see Mama kind of was mad at the babies. I put the cat food down and I went back in the house. And Mama came over. And I don't know if Mama chewed them out, but I'd be in the bedroom sleeping at night with the window open. 'Cause I love to sleep with the window open. And you hear ground like there's dogs out in your backyard. I said, "Where's them dogs come?" I looked out. That was raccoons out there arguing over the cat food. Or maybe the milk. But I found out since I moved out in the country, these stupid things, they're scared of cats. They're scared of cats. You knock on the window, they take off. Even if you got hot dogs and marshmallows. There's another YouTube channel out of Canada. He's a retired, I guess you call it police officer. I don't know the correct name, Mountie or whatever. They call the Raccoon Whisperers. He has 2 cats in the house. I can't afford how he feeds those raccoons. I don't know how many things of hot dogs he goes through. He feeds them hot dogs. They come up to his shoulder and he reaches over his shoulder and gives them hot dogs. He has marshmallows. Sometimes he feeds them cookies. He got, I think, 2 yellow buckets of water. Them raccoons will pick that cookie up, go and dump, put it in the water. It's fun to watch them raccoons from the Raccoon Whispers. When he has deer that comes to his house, he feeds them apples, and I guess maybe throws ears of corns out. He feeds the deer during the wintertime since his baby's hibernating. How he can tell who's who in them raccoons when it's warm, I don't know. So like me, all the kitty cats I got out there. I just sent a text message to somebody, and I said, "Hi there, how are you?" I said, "You must went home and let your doggies go to the outhouse. Thank you for joining there. I'm kind of learning how to use my cell phone, but, you know, I don't know how you do it. But, you know, when I log in, I've noticed that I had New Year's Eve 2023, but I figured out how to do that now. But so I want to thank you. Thank you for watching. I want to thank you. I guess this is RD or son-in-law or daughter. I was watching you earlier when that runaway person. I did last night when, on that stolen vehicle, I did turn my cell phone and told him that this is for Roger, RD on the scene, to let you know what he's doing. And Roger, do you use a computer in your car? But that's one question. I guess you're using your cell phone to live stream. I watch A1 Media. I guess he's in Bakersfield. He just using his cell phone to live stream there. And I've been emailing Texas Angel. She seemed like a pretty nice lady. And I don't know if you heard earlier that I went to my sugar doctor. I passed with flying colors. If you know anybody that got diabetes, I don't know if you got it or not, you know what the A1C is. I've had as high as 7. The last time I went to my sweet, good-looking doctor, it was 5.6, I think. But today, she looked where I went to the hospital to have my blood work done. It was 5.2. And when the nurse weighed me, she's a good-looking nurse too, just like the doctor. And I weighed 185.2, so I lost way over 61 pounds less than a year by taking that Ozempic. I recognize the place you was at that had those red poles. I thought you was going to do another pole dance again with your Scooby-Doos or something like that. But I want to thank you, Roger. But like I say, I like to live stream in my car. I don't know how you got your phone or whatever you're using set up unless you got a suction cup where you could set your phone in it and got your cord plug into your phone to your cigarette lighter. I looked today while I was out, but, Walmart didn't have it. I think the truck stop, which I'm only 8 miles north of the truck stop there on I-65, which that's about the 16-mile marker. You got the Pallet, you got the Loves, and you got Thornton's, which the Pallet got a McDonald's. No, that's Love that got the McDonald's. Pallet got Arby's. Thornton's got Burger King. If I go north, if you look on a map, you see Scottsburg, Indiana. That's about 5 miles north of me. And I'm waiting for the snowstorm to come, I don't know when. Oh, what year? Oh, Adrian, the son-in-law. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I think you was with Roger last night, I believe. I know sometimes it's you and your wife and Juju. What do I want to say, JoJo? I guess it sounds too close, I guess. But let you know something about me there. I'm 71 years old. I had a birthday the 28th. You know, kind of on the sick list. You know, high blood pressure, 4 heart attacks. The last one almost killed me. It put me in the hospital for about a week. So I got to be careful. But since I got a sugar doctor, I've changed quite a bit. And if you know anybody there that got diabetes and take that Ozempic, which you take it once a week. I know you live in California. I'm sorry if I said you was kin to me, but you're not. But I know it. You kin to Roger, right? You kin to that good-looking guy that gets up on the pole in his little Speedos, I guess you call them, which I guess are shorts, I guess. I don't know, but I want to think what Roger did for that young man. But man, did he have to do it out in the rain? He could slide down that pole, but it'd be nice if Roger could do it again. There's Kathy, one of the female cats. I don't know how many cats in the bedroom. I got a tomcat. That's, I can't even think of his name. Socks. He's a number 1 tomcat. He's about Roger is, he does RD on the scene. And he also has Kern County Crime Watchers. That's mostly a family video. You know, it's him, his son-in-law Aiden, and his daughter, I forget who's Aiden's wife. I know he has a younger daughter. Let's see, there's Socks. He's a number 1 tomcat. I got a bunch of cats. This one, if I can get a picture of him. This one here, that's Blackie. She's a female. That's Wildcat's baby. But all these other cats have sit up here in the window. That's only maybe 2 inches, 3 inches, they go to sleep. You better watch out, because them things will fall on you. You know, when they fall, they come out with their claws. Well, Socks, I have, when they fall, they either scratch me up here, get me here, stuff like that. But they're not starving. I go through better than 80 pounds of cat food a month, and I got outside cats. I got a mama cat. I call her Mama Blackie. She used to live across the road. Well, that lady lost her husband, and the stepdaughter kicked her out, this and that. Because I told Mama, so last year Mama brought 4 of her babies. Every time they crossed the main road, the cats would get run over. People don't respect. They say, oh, there's a kitty cat. Let's hit it and get some points or stuff. I know what I like to do, but I can't do it because I'd be in jail. But she brought 4 of her babies over here. They stayed all summer, and they had babies. He had January. She kind of gray color with yellow stripes in her. She's a pretty nice cat. Then you have Pretty Girl. She's gray with a white spot. Then you have Boots, who's a gray kitty cat. You got Midnight. I don't know if that's a tomcat or a female cat. I haven't got close enough because they won't let me pick her up. Then Pretty Girl, she had babies during the summer. And she done real good on my porch. I have like cubby hole where you can go between the steps. She had her babies. I didn't know. I went to her. You know how little babies does, they meow. And later on, she got pregnant by, I don't know which tomcat, maybe the tiger one, the black one, or the gray one. I don't know which. Maybe the black one, because 2 of the babies are black and the other one's gray. I don't know who's the daddy of them. And I knew she had them, but I didn't know where they are. You know, just like dogs. They want to go to their secret spot, even in the house. They don't want you to bug them. One day, those babies came out. As soon as I came out, they went and hid. But I picked them up. They hissed. Now, as soon as I open my front door to go out and feed them, all the cats come in. All the mama cats runs in. I done the last stream where I walked to my mailbox. You know how the Pied Piper is. How he got them to follow him out of town. Them cats that follow me, you know, it's a gravel road, but I got to break them of it. That's good. I guess you got a good cat box and probably got one of them robot things where the cat gets in it and they step out, it rotates and dump everything like that. But here's the thing I saw on YouTube from some lady. You have to go to Tractor Supply. I don't know if Bakersfield got a Tractor Supply. You might go to maybe somebody like Orson. I know it's not the name now. Put the horse pellets in. It's in a green bag if you get it at Tractor Supply. And it smells like pine. You might have to sprinkle a little cat litter in it. And it turns, you know, when it gets bad enough, you clean the lumps out of it. Then it turns to sawdust. Then I dump it in a bag and take it out there and dump it close to my creek where the pipe is. I'm going to have to get me some potting soil where I can get grass to grow or what. I don't know if you all in Bakersfield got what they call mows that, you know, it's in the ground. I can't see it blind as a bat, but, you know, they got mow plants. And it, you know, it gets pretty big. You know, it gets big. You probably love your cats like I do. These in here sleeps with me. The tomcats is out in the living room. I got John Wayne, he's a yellow tomcat. I got Tiger, he's a yellow tomcat. They're brothers. I got another one. I call him Timothy McGee. Because one day I was coming home, I turned on the main road, just stopped because he was in the road. I stopped, opened my door up. That idiot jumped in my car. But he was too young to find out if he's a tomcat or a female. He stayed in here for quite a bit until he started to be a tomcat, so I put him out there with the tomcats. But Rooster is about the color of socks here. when he was a baby, we had 3 roosters out there on the main road close to the highway. I don't know how them 3 roosters feed them, but they kept an eye on them. I guess them roosters know how it was, because I take food there. Yeah, they are good kitty cats. You know, animals are good. If you're sick, they know when you're sick. They know when you don't feel good. They let, I got a tore up rotary cup here where I was in a car wreck a year ago, August the 24th, 23rd or 24th. Got one of them lawyers that they advertise on TV here. I don't know if they do in Bakersfield or not, but I hired him. You got to get something in writing how much they're going to try to get. They told me in person, but there's nothing in the paperwork. He said, we're going to get you $50,000 or more. Boy, that's a lie. Yeah, I'm okay. I got to take some, I take some medicine, but it don't only take one of them a day. But I don't know, CBD is legal in California. I don't know if you all got marijuana shops there in California. And, like that, but I could take that CBD gummy bears. It's legal in Indiana and Kentucky. I could take one of them. I could sleep like a baby, because after I had my wreck, I couldn't sleep. I was in pain. And, time I went to the doctor, she gave me something that I wouldn't get addicted to. Because I used to be a drug addict and an alcoholic. I started smoking marijuana and drinking alcohol at the age of 12. I wish that, the governor we got here in Indiana, they keep bringing it up every year. They passed the House and the Senate here in Indiana. The stupid Republican governor, he said he won't sign the bill until the federal government makes it legal. Look at the states that got it. Michigan, I think Missouri, and I think Nevada. I forget how many states. They took in so much money in taxes, those states don't know what to do. To me, they can use it on property taxes, to lower your property taxes. They can do that. This house, I went through the USDA. I don't know if you got a USDA in California. If you got farmers, you probably got a USDA. It's based on your income. You got to be a first-time. You don't have to be a first-time home buyer. But I went through a video telling what you need to do, what counts as income. If you get food stamps, that counts as income. There's sites that you can go to look for houses in your area, like ZILLOW. There's a site you can look for. That's about the same things that your real estate agent going to do. And you need a home inspector. I went into details about the questions to ask your home inspector. Some of them, to me, is quacks. There's a video I watch on YouTube. His name is Mike Holmes, but I think his video falls on the Home FUL-TV. He's an inspector, I guess, up in Canada. he got all the things, people ask him to come and look. He finds things that the regular inspector didn't find or didn't tell the homeowner, they fix it. I had one I watched last night. I forget where she was at. She was kind of stupid. She bought a house, didn't have a home inspection, found out she could have died in the house. They had a gas line, a copper gas line touched against, I guess, an air vent for your heat or something. That's a no-no to under any codes in the United States, even in Canada. She could have died, and they redone everything, come in and rewired everything. She had wires that, too many wires going into the breaker. I tell people go to Mike Holmes, YouTube. That way you can learn about home inspectors. Are they qualified? Are they licensed for plumbing? Have they built houses? Are they an air-conditioned, furnace type person? Are they licensed? Or electrician or plumber? You got to see if, they fall in that category. I don't know what the rules is in California on the inspectors, even when you're building a house. I know Louisville, Kentucky, where I was an electrician, your building inspector, you had to build so many homes, so many commercial buildings. Electrician, you had to wire so many houses and so many commercial properties. Plumbing work, you had the same thing. Air conditioning or furnace people, you have to be licensed. You had to do the same thing. But Indiana, the counties or the city, they send you to school. And if you never build a house, you're not going to learn that much going to school to learn to build houses, to learn plumbing work. I've seen this inspector where I used to live, on some wiring some houses or remodeling some houses that should never pass, period. We supposed to use like that 12-2 wire, 12-2 with ground, or whatever they call it nowadays. And use a 10 wire for your dryer and your electric stove. Some people use 14, which to me that's too light with all the things we got today in our houses. You also want to see your building inspector if he takes the cover off your panel. Some houses still got fuses in them, but they got breakers. You want to see if it's wired right. The things like that. I don't know what the required building codes in California are probably the same. And that house that I guess you and Roger went to that was set on fire again. I agree with Roger. They should tear that house down. There'll be a few more months and they catch on fire again. I don't know if the fire department or Bakersfield can condemn it or take the homeowners to court. Like I said, I don't know if Bakersfield got anything like that. I've been to California. I've been to L.A. County. I used to drive for Transmedic, pick up plasma from these blood banks. Did Bakersfield have any blood banks in the 80s and 90s? Because some of the places I've seen Roger and you all drive to looks familiar. So I've probably been to a blood bank, pick up plasma, probably the Red Cross bank or something like that. And they keep those freezers about 40 degrees below zero. It's cold. And my partner I had in the 18-wheeler, he wasn't a reefer guy. I was. I started out in a reefer. And them reefers anywhere from 30 to 40 degrees below. And sometimes they trick you. They might put a box of cantaloupe or maybe a watermelon and see if that temperature comes up, because you got a gauge on that reefer, and it, where it tells you what the temperature is. Because, it's different, and when I saw A1 Media yesterday, then he talked about the vine, I guess the grapevine. I thought it was someplace else. I thought maybe there's another grapevine. I mean, it got hills. If you go down, they got a pit you can pull off to the side of it in case your brakes fail. Because I didn't recognize when A1 Media showed it yet. I think it was yesterday. What, Alexi? What you doing, baby? That's Wildcat's baby. But I don't miss driving it. I used to own my own 18-wheeler, or just a tractor. It was a 68 long-nose truck, not like the long-nose they got today. No air seats, no air condition, no sleeper for you to sleep in it. Wintertime, it wasn't too bad. Just put a board across the seat. That's how you sleep. Didn't have air condition. I did have the CB radio in there, which it's good to have. They didn't have cell phones. There's some days I would drive 3 or 4 days without sleep, kept 3 or 4 log books. I got a statute of limitations. I can say that now. It got confusing. And, I tried to sleep. I guess I was in the truck stop. You know what's in those truck stops. I'd be sleeping, you hear the knock on the door. I finally told that the lizard, said, leave me alone. That would be 5 minutes. She comes back again. Finally, I just start my truck, left, and decided to leave. I drove to Indianapolis, Indiana, saw my kinfolk, stayed there for a few hours and went to sleep. I did fall asleep, almost missed a way station in Indiana. But that, I knew better. But now what the truck drivers got that little computer where you can't drive over your hours, which I think that's pretty good. Some truck drivers don't like it. I guess your father-in-law was in bed. So I try to watch him, most of the time, because I love watching Roger, doing his videos. That's how come I use Prism on my cell phone. My laptop is not too bad. Another thing, I know he don't have it on his cell phone. Maybe he uses it on a laptop. Is what they call the Prism Mirror, which I can't do nothing on that because my computer will not handle it because I don't have the right graphics card. Everybody I've talked to that emailed me said you need a laptop for gaming. You see what them things cost? I ain't got $1,200. Since I'm not a full-time YouTuber, like this, I can't get any money, so I guess I'm not doing anything illegal by my name, my post office box, my city, state, asking for donation. Like a post office money order is better because you have no problem with cashing them. Because regular money orders, I know you're not old as me, they can counterfeit them things. And a bank will hold them for 7 days before you can use it. But I will do some live streaming from the automobile, especially wintertime. I don't think you all get snow in Bakersfield unless it be up in the hills. But here, when it snows, it snows. I forget what year, maybe 98, 94. It snows so bad, they shut down I-65, all the roads. The state trucks couldn't get out. I had an uncle, he had to use his bulldozers, his buckets, dump the snow in back of trucks, dump trucks. But I didn't see any snow on Roger's video today, but when it snows here, best thing for you, if you don't have to go to work, stay at home. It was so bad that year, you couldn't go anywhere. You couldn't even go to work. I don't think the police cars could go out unless they had a four-wheel drive. You're looking at probably 3 foot of snow. We got a bridge I call it the 2nd Street Bridge, but they also call it Clark Bridge. It was a 2-lane bridge when I first got my driver's license. They made it into 4-lane bridge. You take your life in your hands when you're going across that bridge. Another thing I see you and Roger drive through is that roundabout. My son will not drive through that roundabout. You got to be careful. I don't know if they have any wrecks in them roundabouts like they do here in Clark County, Indiana, on Highway 62 between Charlestown and Jeffersonville. If there's an 18-wheeler next to you, if you're on the inside, you just better let him or her go. Because you're going to have a wreck. The way I've talked to a few people, the cops have blamed you. How can they blame you when an 18-wheeler crossed the center line? I know how they do. That's how come I give them breaks. Because I know what's going to happen. I pay attention. I'm too old to have a wreck. I know I got full coverage on my car, but man, it takes a while for you to try to find a good car. And I can't afford I like to have a pickup truck, but a new pickup truck is about $80,000. Before I spend $80,000 on a truck, I buy a house. I paid $52,000 for this house. Now this house is worth $175,000. The only thing, the cheapest car is around here at a dealership is a Kia. It's around $15,000 to $20,000. I probably can afford that. But I like to have a pickup truck. I wish Kia had come out with a pickup truck, But, I like to haul some wood where I could. That's what I got, Aiden. I got a Toyota Camry, a 2011. It gets great gas mileage. Like last year, the temperature was about maybe 2 degrees above zero. I let it warm up. I had good heat. But later on, when I went driving, it was kind of cold in there. But when the temperature stays around 20, it puts out good heat. It might be time to change the thermostat in it. I know it's time to change my oil. I'll take it up to Walmart next month, which I think my insurance money will be here. I can take it up there and have my oil changed because I don't drive no more. I'm lucky if I drive 10 miles a day, if I do that. I try to keep my mileage under 50 miles a day. See, I think Roger's a tower. I believe it's kind of silver. Mine kind of a little bit darker, maybe kind of gray, black, something like that. 4-door. It's pretty nice. I like it. But when I had my wreck a year ago in August, I got hit in the left back door. It done about $7,000 of damage. This woman's insurance, I think it was a American Family. They totaled it out. And I thought Indiana, I was told by a car dealer they only allowed to sell it back to you for $600. It cost me $1,400, so I took that money and ran with it. Paid off a few bills. Got me a steel weed eater. Got the motorcycle grip on it, which I'm not supposed to weed eater. If my heart doctor finds out, he'd probably chew me out. I got some new neighbors. Well, not new neighbors. They was here before I was. I was talking to him if he knew somebody that had a riding lawnmower, as long as I could cut my grass. Cause I got a push mower, but like I say, I got about an acre of ground, but it takes me about 3 or 4 days with a push mower. I might cut 10 or 15 minutes. Now, there's Blackie. That's Wildcat's baby. And I just couldn't do that. So I came home, maybe from the grocery store, the doctor, or somewhere. So I took my car home, walked up there. I asked the old man, I said, what do you do, get your riding lawnmower? He said, Tom, how you like it? I said, it's pretty nice. It's yours. I said, you kidding me? He kind of checked it out, sharpened the blades for me. I think he changed the oil. He got it from another guy that he goes to YMCA with, because that was this guy's mother. She cut grass up until 80s, 90s. So when he gave it to my neighbor, I took it home. I thanked him. I told him to tell the other guy, thank you. So that guy bought his mom a brand new John Deere tractor. Them things not cheap. When his mom died, I think it was last year, maybe it was in 22. He sold that John Deere tractor for maybe $300. I wish I knew he sold it. I would have bought it. So my John Deere tractor finally went to heaven. So My other neighbor across the street, they had a toy built. It sat outside. He wanted to charge me $30, $40 for it. I guess my neighbor and his wife said, well, just donate it. So he got it started, pumped the air up in the tires, and drove it home. So far, I put a starter and a solenoid on it. Another thing I have to do, I'm going to have to put a carburetor. It got a shut-off valve where you shut the gas off. If you don't shut the gas will run into your oil. So I shut it off every time I get off of it, put a new battery in it. Another thing I have to do is a drive belt. I don't know if I can do it or not. If I get on the ground, I get kind of dizzy. I can't get back up. Kind of has to have a tow truck to lift me off of the ground. You know, it's kind of nice, but when you're on a fixed income, you know, around $900, I give or take a little. You get a house payment about $200 and something, somewhere between $200 and $300. You make that, which that money, when USD takes it out, it goes into an escrow account. It makes the house payment. Then I don't know how they figured it percentage-wise. Okay, thank you, Adrian. God bless you, and thank you and Roger for helping me out. So I'll see you later. So you have a good night. Take care of them kitty cats. I think I'd get off of them because I don't know what time it here. Whatever time it is there in California, just add 3 hours. So, okay, God bless you. You and your wife, Roger, have a good time. Take care of your father-in-law. You know, it's the only father-in-law you get. So, good night, Adrian. Thank you. You know, like I say, any comments, anybody can help me out what I need to do, what should I talk about. But thank you, Aiden. See you the next time.